Okie dokie, internet people, we're gonna continue modeling on this car here. Before we start, I'm gonna show you some pics I made in between, because why not? That's about it. So those are made. The other one you have seen in the beginning of the other part. Okay, I have to load a project. Also, I thought I'm gonna show you my thumbnail environment. This is an environment I quickly set up for for the thumbnail basically, and all the stuff you could see are from other project of mine, just captured, including this one. I thought I may use it or not. So you have seen, this is the reason I'm showing you this, because I said in the last part at the beginning that this is the Eve render. No, for sure it's the cycle render. Again, I mix up a lot of words, but anyways. So basically this is part 5 now. Part 5. One thing I show you too. So this is the cycle render. I hope I made it clear. I cannot rely on my brain. Yeah, just the night scene here. Okay, I would say we're gonna do something with the car, and yeah. Okay, so now we are ready to model some more. We have a new save file, and I was thinking a little bit, and also offline I tried some little things here and there, not really much, just some little ideas, and then I thought, okay, let's record another video and let's do something. Yeah, I'm really happy with this car, how it turned out. So that's kind of fun, you know, if you're very happy with your project. Sure, that's motivating and you would like to continue. But I also want to show you something. I had an idea. We can actually make a little seat here. Not that it's necessary. I mean, what is really necessary, right? Okay, so we can cut this thing here a little bit and make a very simple seat like this one here, and you can see already it's kind of working, although it's we should maybe do some more here. So we need some more little cats, and maybe I see you think you just want to do some little things, and it's always more than you it's always more than you expect, I think. Okay. Wait. What the heck what's going on here? Let's make another loop cut. So, and then maybe like this. Yeah, that might be even better. That might be a good idea to do it in this way. Cannot, maybe I have to change that. Yeah. So yeah. You know, it looks like Lego. And that's okay. That's totally fine. Can look like that. Yeah, I'm not so sure if I record another video of this project. I mean, I have, well, it's starting now. Time is getting short. So I have the weekend. Could do something on the weekend and a few more days. But then I'm gonna be gone for a while, like for real. I mean, okay, I said this already, but wait, T. No, I don't need it actually. Oops. This one I need. there. But I am really happy that I could do something cool before break. That's just a good... It's just a good thing. And it's really fun, you know, it's really, really fun. I really enjoy modeling those stuff. Very... yeah, this is what I said. I think I mean, right at the beginning I said something about Blender when I created videos on my Let's Play channel, Blender videos, but I think I'm not sure if I ever said this on this channel. If I ever, yeah, said this on this channel. The thing about Blender is that most of the time when I work with Blender, I'm just completely calm. Which is, I mean, here and there I'm freaking out and I yell at my PC. I do sometimes, I mean, I'm a gamer. Because I think, you know, a PC doesn't have a heart. I'm not hurting my PC. So my girlfriend says everything has a soul, so I'm not so sure about that. Anyway, but compared to everything else I did, gaming, if it was a game, if it was a different program, I always had some problems and I always was upset with some things which didn't work. And with Blender I just don't have this, like really I just don't have it. And most of the time it really just works, and this is something what is very relaxing. But I have to say, I was a little bit complaining about Adobe Premiere, and I'm not using Adobe Premiere anymore because it's just too expensive. If you ask me, it's really expensive and it's not worth using it, since I can use just Blender for video editing, which I do since I think 2 months or something. I haven't done so many things, but it's a really, well, I think you can do everything you can do with Adobe Premiere in Blender too. Not at the beginning, it will take some time, but you can do even more after a while. I mean, both programs have their advantages, but the best thing about Blender is that it's completely open source, and that is. Sorry, my tablet just turned on. I wonder why. And that is just what I need. Yeah, but so I was complaining about the Adobe Premiere because it's super expensive and it is super unstable, which I really think it is. But Blender also has some problems when it comes to video editing. So it's I experienced, this is my, I experienced that it could be my system. I don't think so, but it could be. That also Blender struggles a little bit with video editing, and that might have to do with video editing itself. Don't know, I'm not an expert on this, but from my experience, I have to say, so Blender is very stable when it comes to modeling, animation and such, and rendering. It's really, really incredible how much you can do with that. But video editing, I had some crashes here and there, which is still okay. It's not that it's you cannot. I mean, you have to save all the time, right? But since I was just I'm very spoiled. Blender spoiled me so much in terms of the program is just running so well that I barely experience crashes. Sometimes I do when I record and there's a lot of things going on, but I record at the same time and I kind of overdo it sometimes with overlays and such. So, but I mean, so that's understandable. So anyway, let's see what we can do with this guy. Yeah, right now I was just talking and doing that. So I was just thinking about a comment on this channel from, I believe, 4. He said something like the modeling is intuitive, and that's exactly what happened right now. I was just babbling, and at the same time I kept just modeling the seed, which is pretty intuitive. That's what I think he refers to. And it's fun. Okay, so now let's see how this looks. The door, and then we have a seat. Why not? Why not? Okay, when it comes to plastic, we can use I mean, a seat, you know, it's not plastic necessary, but let's give it a material which a subsurface is sometimes good for stuff like this. I figured out. Yeah. It kind of looks like soft, right? Yeah, the problem here is we have no mirror modifier, so I have to do all those stuff separately. Or manually. I mean, we could just cut this. We could just separate this object from a car, and then using a mirror modifier would be easier. But I think I don't want to do so much with that, anyways. So just gonna do the basics. Oh, hey, look at that. That's not so bad, actually. I think it looks even better because of the light, but the light will not be visible when. I mean, it's not a realistic thing, so. Okay. I believe that is not so bad. The proportions might be wrong, but yeah. I'm not 100% sure we'll see that, but I'm pretty sure that if we loop cut stuff, but the rest of it is hidden, then we only loop cut what we see, right? I think that's true. I believe we can use that to. Oops, that's a kind. Yeah. This a thing. It looks like a person now. Reminds me of something. Maybe like that, huh? Give this a different color. Oh. What's that? Oh, shiny. Great. So good. Well, now we have some seats. I mean, the cockpit is missing, right? I mean, I don't think I'm gonna do this in here. I think I'm gonna do this offline, because there are already enough videos on this. But I'm not so sure about that. I mean, I can do it offline, and then if there is some interest, we can do it together again, maybe. Yeah. So, yeah, it looks okay. It's not what I wanted to do, actually. I really don't want it to do. I was really thinking on texturing those stuff a little bit, because I have like, some good, well, I'm gonna show you this quickly. Just use, so we have, I believe, what do we use? This one here. We gonna need vector, normal. Oh, nonsense, what the heck am I doing? So it's vector bump, vector shader. Shader with color ramp, texture, which texture, and texture coordinates, then vector mapping. So let's do this right away. Bump, oops, bump. So then this one here, and this one goes into color ramp, and then we have bump. So I'm gonna just load texture. I'll choose some, so I'm gonna do this offline. Okay, I just loaded this texture here. As you can see, it's very simple. This is just from another environment. When I, in the spaceship I have, I sometimes cut out some faces, then putting the faces into a different environment and changing some, making some weird stuff basically, and then just render it as an EXR image, and that you can use for those bump effects. It works very well, and it's very easy actually. So I also, I mean, there's so many ways. I experimented with what's it called, baking stuff. Yeah, with baking high poly to low poly and stuff, which is all incredible, funny and good, and but it's still kind of weird to me. But just taking out, for example, oh well, let's not go into that right now. But we're gonna use that. You can see it's very simple. So, but yeah, it's already used. You can see the bump effect. Yeah, and the reason why we don't really need that. We can just leave this here alone for now, so that you see what happens. So first things we're gonna do is we're gonna select everything what is with the color here with this material, and then we're gonna say right click, unwrap cube. Cube projection is okay for me right now. Then you see it like that. Oh, it looks kind of cool, right? But it's not really, well, it doesn't look so good. So, you know what? I think I did it last time, vice versa. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just I would like to have, for showing purposes, vice versa. Just gonna copy that. Sometimes you cannot copy those stuff with Control-C. But you can copy it and paste it into a different material by copying like that. Why, I do not know. It was a thing, maybe it's different meanwhile. So anyway, we want to have this material. We're going to just paste this into that. This goes there. Yeah. And later we need a little bit, although we could need it right away. Yeah, let's get some, let me just pick another texture for the dirtiness. I have like something which I always use for that. Oh, you can see the bump effect is already working here. It's not what I wanted, but it looks also cool. So I'm gonna pick it quickly. Okay, this here is basically my standard dirtiness picture I use almost for everything because I have it already, and it's really just used for creating some rough stuff. And you know, you can, it doesn't matter how it looks. I could just create another one, but it works, so I just being lazy on that. But I think it was originally just what's it called, a texture, a UV. Yeah, it was originally exported as a UV, and then I, you know, painted something and made some with Game Photoshop some random, I don't know what I did, but it looks weird, and that's a good thing for my dirtiness. Sounds weird, but I will show you what I mean. It can rethink the construction. I copied that so often that I almost forgot how to do that. But from time to time, it's good to do it in this way, because then you will remember how you did stuff. Okay, so it doesn't work right now because we really have to. Oh, does it? Or I'm just being stupid right now. I remember I did something here, and then another one there. It was just a slightly. How did I do that again? Metallic, yeah. Anyway, let's just continue first before we continue with that. Just, oh, did I not do it maybe? Wait, select everything. And, I didn't even do that, I think. So, okay. Here we go. Okay, okay. You can see sometimes a little bit tricky. But now it's still, you know, also to me it's still kind of weird. I mean, it makes sense, but sometimes if you haven't done it in a while, it's being a little bit. The gamma actually just helps me to increase the strength of the thing. So now we have like a material. This is kind of irritating right now, but now you see this is a metallic. If this would be a car, it just looks a little bit dirtier, right? The resolution is not so great, but that's okay because it's dirt, I think. That and play around with those values. The color doesn't play a role in this case. Although we could also put this into the metal, and then you can do weird stuff and spend a lot of time. You know, look at that. To this, you see. See, kind of looks dirty. I mean, it's not believable because the rest is fine. So the rest is looking too good, I believe. And but we could actually, so either if you wanna increase the, this is how it looks. Interesting. So, so if you want to increase the strength or the details, we can just, you know, scale that thing here. Let's just do it for showing purposes. The problem, I mean, it works, but the problem with that is, as soon as you undo this, you know, it jumps back to the position where it was. So it's better to change the size of it with a node, with the mapping node here. So let's say here, right now, you know, you see basically it's the size, and now we're gonna increase the details by just simply increasing the texture size. We're not seeing this texture right now. This texture we're talking about. So this one here we just increase to, let's just use 5. And now it's stretched because we have to use this value too. The Z value doesn't count in this case. And now it has some more, you know, it looks like a bit more interesting, I would say. Okay. I think I experimented with, I created some old arcade machines and I wanted to make them look dirty, but with those stuff I experimented with, I don't know when exactly, but I learned in the ship when I was creating the last ship Kim. I'm still working on that. I learned a lot texture wise, so that's good. Okay, we can also, you know, put this into the color, and now the colors play a role. Look at that now. We have like, yeah, a little bit that, and see, now it's suddenly kind of, it's not really dirty, it's kind of, no. So, to make it on purpose exactly, this is also, you know, I kind of get it, but I also have a lot of happy accidents, you know. This is more like it. Yeah, this looks now weird. We could also yeah, but that would cost sure, we could use procedural generated stuff, but the problem with that, it's I think I experienced a lot of problems with the performance, but technically we could put some we can just do it for once, a little bit of waves, wave texture in between, just because it's fun. So it looks a bit weird, I think. Do we need to do anything about that? Here. I don't think, no, this doesn't make sense. Maybe this has to be here. Yeah, that makes, yeah, okay. Now you see it's, the texture is now being, can we just, no, we have to, okay, let's use scale 1. And so you see you can change the funny thing is, if you wanna create such a, I mean, I keep forgetting those stuff also because I just remembered it. What you also could do is just if you because this kind of setup, you know, because this is kind of procedural generated, this one here at least, it's, you know, it has to be, I don't know, it can cause performance issues, but you can just make a plane. We have your plane already. Let's just drag and drop this here, and then you're gonna use a camera from this position, and you just make a screenshot of that, and you can use this here as a template for the next texture. So that would work too. Anyway, so what did I do to my good car here? I just wanted to show stuff. Yeah, I don't want to make it so dirty. I get it. This one here. Metallic is on. And I wanna, okay, I wanna have just a little bit of dirt. So sometimes you don't see that. No. Let's just get rid of this guy. Also, vice versa, we can just make, I see, I made it too small. Gonna make it bigger. And if you get lost, you can press position 1 and then you're gonna get thrown back. Okay. So I kind of, yeah, the roughness always also irritates, here we go. Irritates me a little bit here and there. So it is a little bit weird, I have to say. It makes sense, but it's a little bit weird. Basically like me. I make sense, but I'm also a little bit weird. So here we go. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's an interesting, I like that phrase. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I wonder why this is so. Why are you not shining? Oh, you do. Okay. So let's do something fun. The bump. And yeah, we actually don't need that, but we can. No, we don't need that actually. We could do it, but we don't really need that. It's we didn't change the size. We were happy with the size. So, but this one we're gonna change a little bit. See? That was kind of cool, I think. Especially this stuff here. Though we can actually make this even tinier. Oh, selecting everything and now it looks like a little bit of a panzer thing. So I mean, this is one way to do it, right? You can, like I said, you can actually determine where you want to have those stuff. But yeah. I wonder. I thought it must be here too, but I didn't unwrap that. Interesting. Yeah. Maybe we need to create a new material, which is not influenced by the. But I think it's also time to name this stuff. Gonna copy this value here. And then we can yeah, we can just use that. Yeah. So everything what we don't want to that's weird. No, it's not weird. It makes sense. Okay, I need to select those. Now we're gonna need to deselect them. And I'm gonna apply this to, now where the heck is the other thing? That's weird. Oh, maybe I accidentally deleted or undid that. This happens from time to time. So, okay. Wait. Let's just do it manually. And I screw something up with that. Not so sure, but something is. I overlooked something, I guess. So why is this so dark here? Hmm. Yeah, I made a police car, but I'm not so sure if I want to leave it like that, you know. So let's see. They are now sharing the property, so at this time I don't want them. It says free, probably I shared with a copy of the with a backup. Okay, so that's interesting. Yeah, this, for example, should not be a part of it. So we're gonna. Why did I choose such an ugly color? Actually, I mean, that's. Yeah, that's a lot of contrast. So. Okay. I see. I'm not sure if I can show this, but it may, sometimes you can make also some fun stuff. So. Mission. I'm just gonna play around right now. How do I invert this? Ah, sure. Let's just use it. Let's just where this is, I do not know. So I'm invert. Yeah, why is this not working right now? I don't think it's like that. No, something I. Ah, wait a second. Could it be that? Let me just see. Ah, I think it's. Wait, let me just undo that quickly. I think I got it. But goes there, it's fine. This one here, and this one goes here. That goes into, and let's see. This would work. Yeah, depending on how the texture has some brightness, and depending how many different, I think, how many different brightness shapes we have between gray and white, we can limit that a little bit, and that's the reason why we can, why some of those are shown. I'm not sure if you can follow me. It's a little bit weird to explain, especially for me. But right now we are using this texture here, and those lines are, you can see those are completely black, but those lines are a little bit gray, and we seem to just address those lines right now, which is good, because now we can change the color here into blue, for example, and you see that? It's kind of funny, right? So if you want to make this properly, then you can actually determine where those stuff is going to be by just creating a special texture just for that, Right now everything is kind of random because we are just experimenting with stuff. It's fun. Oh yeah. So now we can change those factors here. It's also a good way to save modeling stuff, basically. I'm not sure if it makes sense what I'm talking about. Fun. It is fun. That's what it is. Yeah, it's cool. But at the same time, let's just not use it right now. This is not really important. But wait. I mean, we don't need the emission. But we could use it for the base color. Then we have some different, we'd have different colors here. We have here blue. This one we make red so that we can see that. Let's see. That we're not really improving on the car, right? We're just playing around with some options basically today. That's probably the reason why I should just do the rest offline. It is fun, but I not know where I'm going with those stuff right now, so it's might be not very interesting to watch. Yeah. Okay, well, let's just use the typical muscle car stuff here. Red and no, this is not red. This is yellow almost. Yeah. Not getting prettier, unfortunately. Well, it's okay. This one here make, yeah. Yeah. So, oh, I just saw that. This should be, yeah, material 32. Actually, I think we can get rid of that. And that would be, because you know it's glass anyways, and why the heck should the, I mean, one glass is sufficient. It gives you a better impression. So you can even kind of look through it. Okay. Speaking of looking through it, let's see what happens if I... Yeah, that was okay. So... Good. Oh yeah, this is... I was thinking, I wanted to do something. What the heck wanted I... Yeah, we're gonna make a copy of it first. Again. Because we're gonna add some gadgets. Yeah. Gonna add some gadgets now. This looks interesting. What the heck? Why is that happening? What is going on in here? That's interesting. I have no idea. Very weird. Let's get rid of the face. Maybe we have some doubles, huh? Check for the doubles. Oh, we had some doubles. Oh, interesting. But it's not this thing here. What the heck is going on in here? I have no idea. Interesting. Let's check for another thing. Oh, I don't understand. So here we have, for example, this one is should flip it basically because this is wrong. But interesting. Let me just get rid of this again. If I do that, you see there's a little bit here. This one we have to be careful to not overlap. See, if you overlap just this corner here, then you're flipping something, you know, and that causes glitches later on. Stuff like this is very tricky. Okay, I mean this would be a problem, but I'm leaving it not like though. Should I change that now? Maybe I should. Yeah, let's do that. We need to flip the red stuff. I wonder if there's if we could select them just like that, because it's kind of tricky to select all those things. There would be an easier way to select those guys here. What's that? Oh, a tire, huh? So, oh, I see. Okay, then control flip, and this is now correct. This one should also flip. This one should also be flipped. Flipping Alt N and then flip. Now here we go. But This one here. Flip. That's like this is not a fun thing to do because, you know, you have to do it, but it doesn't improve anything right now. Means, I mean, it can cause some problems, but it might not. So it's good to do it, but it doesn't even show that, you know. Anyway, what's going on here? I mean, this is, yeah, that's okay. I mean, we should. Yeah, this is stuff we do. We should take care of if we apply the mirror mode modifier. Okay, let's deactivate that. Okay. Yeah, let's take care of this thing here. Okay, let's try to let's undo this. I'm kind of unhappy with this anyways. So how could we avoid that? Well, I think we're gonna get rid of the whole thing. Yeah, same thing basically, but I liked it better before. Although, let me try something. Okay, let's turn this one here on. Need to have a symmetrical one. So we have like 5, 6, 9. Let's see, 5, 5, 9, I see. Okay. Oh wait, again. Subdivide 10 times this time. Mesh transform to sphere. X this all phases. Okay. Yeah, the stuff is kind of cool, but performance-wise, it's not so great. Especially because we made it really round. That can be a little bit over the top, you know. How does it look though? It's kind of cool, but at the same time I'm not so sure. Hmm. Hmm. How do we like this? No. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, see, stuff like this, you can spend some time on that. I like it. Let's get rid of it. Don't worry. There's always something you like, and there's if you're not so sure, you can leave it. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's also nothing wrong with just get rid of it. Faces. The reason I don't like it so much is I think we did a good job with performance, but we also just wasted a lot of performance opportunity. Okay. Yeah. Mm. I mean, it would be okay if I would be satisfied with it, but it wasn't. So that's the reason we're gonna do this again. How differently? I'll just experiment. I'm not so sure. I kind of like that idea, but at the same time, don't. That's kind of cool. Where is this? Hmm. Yeah, as you can see, it's sometimes it's a little bit tricky to find something you're satisfied with. Let's do this thing again. Yeah, I think that fits better to that. I have to be careful with this one here. Collapse. Looks kind of interesting. I mean, if you want to have like cool rockets shooting out, then we have to make a rounder object or a better object. I mean, we could yeah, we could do something like solving that. Yeah, copy. Copy the x value of this guy. Yeah. And the x value of this guy. Yeah, sometimes it's really irritating. It looks like it doesn't work, but it worked. So. Okay. Let's turn on the length stuff again. So this is 0179. Like this. Okay. Now we have a symmetrical thing. Wait. Ah, that's round enough. Yeah, it really doesn't have to be super round. It's tiny anyways. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not a rocket anymore, but uh, I want to try something. So last time I tried to fill grid, I'm using this one here. I think this looks better now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's good enough. It's a good illusion. A good need for speed. Yeah. EA. Man. Need for Speed Underground 2. Great game. Need for Speed Most Wanted back then. Awesome game. Ja. Früher war alles besser. It's German, it means everything was better in the past. Or back then. Back then everything was better. Which is not true. It's not true. So. Also. So those stuff, you know, I don't know how this looks like because we set up our bump effect in this way. Again, there is a way to really create the bump effect exactly where you want him to be. For that, I would just duplicate that. Then I would separate, mesh separate by selection, like this. And then you don't need a mirror modifier. And this one, I just would copy and paste this into a different environment where then I would set up the camera from this perspective, and then just get rid of that. Then you could just basically, you know, model this thing like you want it to be, something like that, right? And then yeah, here you have to be careful because you cannot see that, but you can use maybe a bevel. Why does this look so weird? I don't know. Yeah, basically model it. That's a bad example right now. But I did it in this way. It just, why is it so weird right now? Let's try it again. Bevel. Percentages. Like this maybe. Oops, nonsense. Yeah, okay, now you can see a little bit of a structure going on here. And then you can take, you know, a picture of that. Although I watched a YouTube video, some guy explained even you can set up an interesting system too. But unfortunately I cannot explain that right now. But it doesn't have to be, you know, you can make it like that, and then you know, like that, and then you can render a picture, something like that. And if you want, you know, you change also some colors. You can make those stuff maybe black, for example, and or gray, and but those here white. And then if you use the bevel, you have exactly the bevel on the position you want to have this way. If you make a screenshot of that, something like that, kinda. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, this is now filled, which is good, I believe. It's better for if you render the stuff, but it looks like crap. Let me just give this here a new group. But it's the modeling wise, it's a lot better, right? So, although it looks like crap, it is better than my system. How would I, you know, how I connected those things. Yeah. Okay, guys. No, I think I'm almost done with that. I don't know what else we could do. I mean, that's the thing. I'm sure there's some things we could do, but I believe that since I cannot think of something concrete right now, what I'm gonna do is model the rest offline. I think this is done. So I shared this with you, and I'm happy about it because it really looks pretty cool. I like it a lot. But I will just, you know, create the rest offline. I already believe so, but I'm not so sure. Maybe, you know, I'm always changing my mind, but no. I mean, there will be more cars, you know, in the future. Also spaceships. I also want to continue my other spaceship, you know. The thing is always if you start a new project, you kind of forget about the other projects and then you stick with that. And that's good because sometimes you're getting a little bit bored of something. But also as soon as I, you know, do something, as soon as I start working on it, after 20 minutes, I'm completely into that again and I can just continue working on it. If the project itself is still good, sometimes you mess up so many things that fixing those things would take more time than just creating a new object with you know, the intention to make it better. That's also good. But if the object you created is fine, you just need to take a break from it because you're getting a little bit bored of it, then this is a different thing. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Shall we put them together? The Trono here. This guy I like too. I like him very, very much because it's very simple. And I created him very... You know, this guy brought me to making this guy. He looks better in yellow. Oh, we forgot to... Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's put some magic on top of this, yeah. So Trono, I'm sorry, and you. Okay, you guys gotta go back again. So we gonna project some picture, a little one here on this side, maybe, huh? Like in this way. Can we do it? Yeah, I think let's use that, but I might be tired, so if it makes too many mistakes, I'm just gonna forget about that. But okay, let's see. First we need to determine what is that actually. Oh, let's make it projecting it here, huh? Would be a bit better. Okay, this is material 5.3.43. Okay, texture paint, right? So if you go into this here, say basic color, I think that's okay. Alpha we don't need. Okay. And now we're gonna say another window. Oh boy, I will forget about this too. I will forget about this too. shader. I have to watch my own tutorial or video. So what did I just do here? This is what I set up? Yeah. Okay, this is what I just got, you know, I created this guy here. This is material bill 33. Like this. Yes, I think so. Okay. Now that, new, and I'm gonna pick a logo or something. Okay guys, I chose this one here. This is my Let's Play logo and this is my Project LARA logo. I made actually I have a very, if you're still there, I have a very cool animation, a very cool intro. I haven't used it yet because I want to create, I created this PC case tower. I have a very fun idea for a music video. I used it already as an intro for my Let's Play channel, which I paused right now. I will show you this someday too here. Anyway, let's go into... Was it here? Yeah, texture, and then we're gonna change this to stencil. Yeah, like this. Okay, right click to drag and drop. Yeah, and then shift right click to change the size of it. Let's see if this works. Did it work? Yes, it did. Not really clean, so let's undo that. And this is a disadvantage if you have so many copies. Oh boy, what happened? So, oh no. Oh crap, guys. Okay, then we have to do this differently. You have to do this differently. Back up. I hope this is how you write that. Here we go. So, something I should have done from the beginning, or sometimes I just don't want. I do not know what's wrong with me sometimes. You know how it... No, sometimes it's weird. Sometimes we know what's the right thing to do. We know what to do, how to do it. It's a lot easier to do it. We all would benefit from doing it in the right way, but we just choose not to. Don't know why. Laziness? Maybe. Okay. I think it's appearing here too because I believe, but it shouldn't, right? Why is it appearing here too? If we, well, let's figure this out. Right click and say unwrap. No. Let's use a smart projection. Maybe that's better for this in this case. Okay. Whole thing looks different, but that's okay. I mean, with bump effect, not such a huge deal. It's done in a lazy way anyways. But no, it shouldn't. This shouldn't influence the texture itself. But let's see. Now we can actually just paint that here. See? Just paint it. The good thing is, let's increase this to 5, and this one here we stretch. Ah, look at that. What the heck is going on here? Ah, we have not all selected, I see. Well, what if we make it like that? And only this one shall carry the information. Yeah. Only this area here. Now we can change that. To a lightning. Yeah, looks much cleaner. Yeah, I like this better. Okay, you can see now we have here a thing here. So now we can make it actually bigger, right? Let's make it even different. Make it even bigger. It looks interesting together with the other thing, right? With the bump effect, and it looks kind of dirty. I wonder why it looks dirty. Why did we set this up with the yeah, that's cool, right? Look at that. Here we have a dirtiness, and here we have this guy, and so it's all good. So, but what about this one here? Oh, it's already there, see? But not everything. Okay, let's get rid of this. Roughness. Yeah. A bit dirtier. How about this one here? This is extra. Why did I do that? Because of that? Maybe. Share this. I already have. Yeah, we should. Apply this. Or? No, only those. Okay, that's great. We have. Brain, help me. Here, okay. Selecting those guys and applying it to that. Also unwrap. Here we go. Now we need to select everything and say unwrap. Smart. Yeah, why not? Okay, what about this one here? Yeah, let's use this too. This unwrap smart. Okay. Well, Selina, look at you. Selina is a little bit well, it's fine. We should not judge the name, but it looks very badass, you know. I have a friend I would like to give us. He has a cool nickname, which would fit very well to him. But okay, it's Selina, so be it. It's a project name. So it's the good thing is, because we have a backup, right, which is not visible, we turn this off. We can just use the backup. We can just say we can just put it into the backup system, pressing M and then backup, and it disappears into the backup layer. So yeah, I wanna do it. I want to do it. That's all I said, right? I want to do it. Oh yeah. Mr. Badass. yeah, guys. Yeah. Only from my perspective, I think it's super cool. So you know, I'm not so sure. It's kind of cool, but at the same time, now we should have here a hole actually. I shall we use a technique which is also kind of simple. Let's see if this works. We're gonna use the as a very simple way, because although maybe we should just use a cylinder if we want to do this anyways. Cylinder. Yeah, let's leave it like that. So. Usually all people start to say so, you know, in Germany. So. Was machen wir heute? Which means so. What are we gonna do today? And I also started to use so I'm getting older. Good. Okay, let's use the bowlen. Whatever the heck that means. Bowlen. This is like I talked about this in the other parts. Can we actually see that if I hide that? Oh yeah. It would work, huh? Great, okay. Then let's apply that. This is how you cut stuff into... It's an easy way, right? But the reason why I choose sometimes those ways which seem to be, at first you think, why? But the reason is simple. I wanna see if I wanna understand it, and I wanna experiment with stuff, because right now I'm still learning those shit. But someday I might need every access, everything I can imagine to get things done. Something like that. It's just not low poly necessary if I keep doing stuff like this anymore. Well, it started low poly and it still kind of is, but I'm really stretching this word, I guess. But to be fair, I didn't know how our car will turn out, So do not blame me. And I'm not even 100% sure if this is low poly or not, because I have never made a game. And can imagine making games is tough. I mean, for sure it's tough if you do everything yourself, But if you have some nice people, then I think it's gonna be, it's gonna be easy if you have good people, if you have different kind of people. What do you need? You need people who like to program stuff. So who enjoy that. I'm not sure if I would enjoy that, but some people I just love those stuff, and that's good, because the best thing is if you combine, oops, I'm kicking my microphone here. If you combine creative people with people who are very logical, the fun people are good, but they need serious people. If you get a good balance between those things, then you can do some good stuff in your life. What do I say all the time? It's creative people need serious people, or people who don't want to be creative. I mean, everybody is kind of creative in his own way. It's how do you determine what creativity is? It's also a little bit weird. But some people are considered not creative, I wouldn't necessarily say so because everybody comes up with ideas. No? But you need everybody. You need people who are making tools, and the tools, I mean, the creating new tools can be a creative part, but at the end of the day, if people need tools, and they don't need all the time fancy tools, they need for a certain period of time just proper tools. So I don't know. I have to think about how to communicate that. Anyways, guys, I think we are done for today. But we did basically everything I wanted to do. So we made a badass muscle car. We have a door, and we have some seats even. We have no, cockpit, but that's what I'm gonna do offline for myself. Maybe I'm gonna show you this in maybe like something like an update video. I was thinking about also my brother, because I'm right now not sending much. I did for a while send a new project of mine, but I got a little bit tired of it. So my brother, he has no time for watching anything. So there's just no time, family and stuff going on. So I don't, expect that. And I don't. I mean, he's a good brother. I'm very happy about that. But he certainly has no time to watch my stuff. But he asked me about what am I doing from time to time, and then he asked why I did not send him pictures. What I do right now. I haven't done this in a while, and the reason for that is I have so many different things I'm working on, so I don't want to spam people, right? So I thought I'm gonna maybe make a category like where I show some monthly projects of mine, something like that, and put this into a video. When I say monthly, I mean, I'm not so eager to put out stuff every month, but something like that, so that I can show something. Oh yeah, I really do like this car. Hey, and tomorrow it's the birthday of my brother. So no, it's already today. We passed. It's already midnight. I should go, but I'm tired anyway, so that's good. So happy birthday, brother! But again, he's not watching that, so and that is okay. Yeah. No, but where was I? I created everything. I created a really good muscle car. I showed how to make some bump effects here. And we have some rockets here too, some little gadgets we have. The tires fitting okay into the system. Not perfectly, but okay enough. We have a tank, so we use the bevel modifier. We use the mirror modifier. We use glass. We made some seats. Yeah, I showed you even some in-between artwork. In-between artwork is always, fun stuff. You can check out the Twitter of mine if you want. And don't be confused if I don't follow back. I'm not really try to not see, because when I started with Twitter, it happens so often that people just follow you because they want you to follow back and stuff, and I get a little tired of social media stuff in this way, so I'm not really paying attention to who is doing what. I care about that, don't get me wrong, but I try to not to care, which means I'm not looking at this stuff. Just I'm posting my stuff, and then I hope it's gonna be interesting for somebody, and then I'm leaving it alone. That's a healthy way for me to deal with those stuff. Okay, anyways, if this was fun for you, thank you for watching. That's all you have to do, and have a good day. And if you want to be super nice, just write a comment. Or if you want to have some questions or want to say something, then comments are appreciated a lot. Okay, good. Stay safe. We see us soon. I'm sure gonna I work a little bit on this guy and make some different versions of this. I think so. Okay, I talked too much at the end, but whatever, that's always like that. Bye bye, and yeah, have a good day. Bye bye.